Welcome to the AC 24/7 Top Story Countdown. We'll guide you through the biggest news of the day. Our focus, advocating our rights, advocating health, and advocating Earth. Here's our pick for number 3.
The transition to college isn't always easy, and today's students are at greater risk than ever. A November 2022 study found the chance of college students developing an eating disorder rose 13 percentage points from 2013 to 2021.
And unfortunately, about 70% of patients with eating disorders won't actually seek treatment or have barriers in terms of seeking treatments.
Dr. Laura Dorr is part of the eating disorder team at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. She says college can be especially hard on students as they may be away from family for the first time, planning their own meals, trying to fit in with peers.
Students who are competitive athletes, unfortunately, are at higher risk, and so they may be entering the college sports arena and be dealing with some issues themselves as they start in that process.
Dorr says parents can help protect their children from eating disorders by being a good role model, having a good relationship with food yourself, and watch for red flags. Signs a child may be struggling with disordered eating include headaches, dizziness, lack of energy, and difficulty sleeping. Dorr also says it's critical to talk to your children.
It's about what they're eating, how their energy level is, what they're doing to help improve their health and nutrition. I think those are the conversations we need to have as parents, just to ensure that we're keeping the lines of communication open.
For Health Minute, I'm Andy Gaither.
Like the Advocate channel on Facebook for the best way to get updates on stories that advocate for equality, justice, our rights, and more. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and his wife Casey riding bumper cars with their kids.
You guys having fun?
A weekend filled with the traditions that make the Iowa State Fair a quintessential stop on the presidential campaign trail. DeSantis encountered protests from some progressives and support from many conservatives as he walked through the fairgrounds, which he described as a sign of strength.
I think when the left comes out, that's a sign of strength because they know that we will beat Biden and they know we will be able to turn this country around, and they do not want that.
Former President Donald Trump took the spotlight when he arrived, bypassing traditional fair events but greeting admirers. He trolled his leading rival by traveling with Florida members of Congress who have endorsed him over their state's governor. And with the looming 4th indictment expected in the coming days, he pledged to remain the frontrunner in the race.
We are not taking any chances. We're way up in the polls in Iowa and all over the country. We're up by over 50 points. That's a lot, but we don't want to take any chances. We'll be back. We love you very much.
Some Republicans still backing Trump are open to considering other candidates, or at least hearing them out.
Right now, as long as Trump can run, I'm for him. My mind is open. Of course, we got to do something different.
Iowa's Republican Governor Kim Reynolds says she believes the primary race is far from settled.
It's so early. People are paying so much attention to the national polls, and I can tell you it's just not reflective of kind of what I'm hearing from Iowans as I'm traveling around. There's always surprises. That's part of the process.
Hey guys, it's good to see you.
Republican hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy worked the crowd courting younger voters with a message of change while taking a subtle jab at President Biden.
I think that it takes a person of a different generation to reach the next generation. Young people have lost their sense of national pride. I don't think an octogenarian can re-inspire and reignite pride in the next generation.
Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley logged hours at the fair, flipping burgers and playing games after a fairside chat with Governor Reynolds. She urged Republicans to turn the page.
It is time that we leave the negativity behind, the drama behind.
Follow the Advocate channel on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated on stories that matter every day. Here's our number 1 story of the day. Take a look.
Security precautions already underway at the courthouse in Atlanta as Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis is expected to begin her grand jury presentation this week on former President Donald Trump and his allies' alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia.
We've been working for 2.5 years. We're ready to go.
It's the clearest sign she intends to seek charges this week as the widespread investigation into election interference comes to a head. Jeff Duncan, Georgia's former lieutenant governor and CNN contributor, confirming he's been summoned to appear before the grand jury.
I did just receive notification to appear on Tuesday morning. I'll certainly answer whatever questions put in front of me.
Independent journalist George Cheedy posted on social media he's also been called to testify Tuesday. Cheedy said he walked in on a group of shadow electors gathered to sign an illegitimate certification for then-President Trump in December 2020.
They all but frog marched me out of the room, and then they posted somebody out front to make sure nobody else went in.
In addition to putting forward fake electors and the infamous phone call from President Trump to Georgia's Secretary of State,
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
the breach of voting systems in rural Republican Coffee County is part of the probe. Sources tell CNN investigators have long suspected the breach was a top-down effort by Trump's team, rather than an organic effort by Trump backers. And sources say they have text messages and emails that directly connect members of Trump's legal team to that breach.
Did you have any sense that this was sort of tied to other operatives in the Trump campaign, that it was anything beyond sort of lower level people in Coffee County?
Not initially, but there were allegations, and then as you dig down deep, more is revealed, and then you realize that that wasn't truthful.
Surveillance video previously obtained by CNN shows a local election official escorting a team of pro-Trump operatives in to examine the machines on January 7, 2021. The group included Scott Hall, an Atlanta bail bondsman and Fulton County Republican poll watcher.
I'm the guy that chartered the jet to go down to Coffee County to have them inspect all of those computers. They scanned all the equipment, imaged all the hard drives, and scanned every single ballot.
According to text messages obtained by CNN, former county elections official Misty Hampton authored a, quote, written invitation 6 days prior to examine machines. That invitation shared with attorneys working with Trump and others hunting for election fraud on behalf of Trump's then lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. Just landed back in D.C. with the mayor, huge things starting to come together. An employee for the firm hired to access voting machines wrote in one text in an apparent reference to former New York Mayor Giuliani. We were just granted access by written invitation to Coffee County systems. Yay, another message reads.
Thanks for watching the Advocate Channel's top stories. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow, like, and share, or check out advocatechannel.com for even more stories that advocate for you.